Good morning, Lions. This is Miss Harvey coming to you live from my office in the Media Center, and joining me today is none other than Library Lion. We are so excited to see you guys. It's been a very long time since you've been into the library, and the books miss you too. So today I'm excited to share with you a new tool called Destiny Discover, and it's going to allow us to check out books from the comfort and safety of our classrooms and our homes. So stay tuned for all the details.
Hello again, Lions. This is Miss Harvey, here to show you the fun features that our new Destiny Discover program offers. From your vPortal page, you're going to want to choose the Follett Destiny program. This is where every book in our library can be found. Once you reach this beautiful new home page, you'll be able to see a preview of our most recently added books, popular titles. You'll be able to search by topic, and you'll even have access to some ebooks. This exciting new resource puts all of the books from our library into your hands, both in the classroom and at home. Let's take a look at how to find our favorite books. Now, we can use some of the shortcuts that Destiny Discover has provided, like recently added books. By clicking See All, you'll get a better look at the different books that have been recently added to our library. For instance, Crown, an ode to the fresh cut. I noticed that this book is in because I see a green triangle that says in. That means it's currently on the shelf and I could put a hold on it today. When I click Crown, the title, it's going to ask me to log in. We can use our Volusia County Schools account. So just by simply clicking on that blue bar, you'll have access to everything you need. Here's the book. I can read that this book celebrates the magnificent feeling that comes from walking out of a barber shop with a newly cut hair. If I've decided this is a book I want today, I can place a hold on the book. That will let Miss Harvey and Miss Bear in the Media Center know that you would like that book delivered to you in your classroom. It tells me that it is available, and so I should expect for it to be delivered, hopefully within 24 to 48 hours. Now, if this is a book that I would like to read, but maybe not today, I can add it to my favorites list. By clicking this favorite, it will save it for me to look at another time. Now that I'm done with this book, I'm going to come back to our home screen. I want to see where that favorite book went. Here on our little stack of pancakes, we can go down to our favorites. And when I click on favorites, there it is, waiting for me. It'll give me a chance to find it again later when I need another selection for the book checkout. I'm going to go back to Destiny Discover and see what else there is to explore. Here I can find popular titles. Notice that they're popular because people are reading them. I now see a red triangle that tells me that that book is checked out. Now, maybe I would love to read this Berenstein Bears book, but when I click on it, it tells me it's checked out. I can still place a hold on it, but I won't be able to read that book until somebody else returns it. It may take up to a week. It may take even 2 weeks if they decide to renew the book. So just remember, if the book is out, you will not receive it right away. It may take some time. So I don't think I really want to do that. I'm going to unhold this book, Seeing it's not there for me today, maybe I'll place it on my favorites list so I can see it again later. One exciting thing that we can do with this program while we're here is notice that as I scroll down, it tells me reading counts. It tells me the level and it tells me the number of points that can be earned. This is a very important tool for those of you keeping up with your reading counts points. Now that I'm done with this book, I'm going to close and go back to my home page. I've looked at all my popular titles. I just still don't see anything I want. So now I can search by topics. I love funny joke books, so I'm going to click on humor. Here it's going to list all the books in our library that are considered humor books. They're funny. I see a lot of joke books on here. Okay, I can tell that the book is in. And remember, when I click on it, it will tell me if it's reading counts. I don't see any information here that says reading counts. That tells me this book does not have a reading counts test. I can still read it for fun, but it might not be the book that I choose if I'm trying to earn points. After returning to our search page, I notice that I have a section on the left-hand side that will allow me to filter my search. I can search for books that are only available. Maybe I don't want to see those books that are on hold. I could also search by author if there's a particular author I'm interested in. I can search for books that are only reading counts. I can find books that are just my right reading level. And I can also look for books in a series if I have a book that I've started and want to read the next one. All of these are great search tips. I'm going to go back to my Destiny Discover homepage now, just by clicking up at the top. And I want to show you just one more feature. This feature is called ebooks. Ebooks are books that you can read right on your computer or tablet. You don't need to have the actual book in your hand because the pages will be on your computer. Now, most of these books belong to everybody in Volusia County Schools, not just our library. So sometimes the checkout wait time can be a little bit longer. You can see here, this book, Strong Heart, is currently checked out. Dragons in a Bag is currently checked out. All of the copies that Volusia County has are checked out. That's because this is a brand new Sunshine State Reader book this year, so it's going to be very popular. But there's lots of other books, so I'll click See All and see what types of ebooks are available to me. Some books have only a certain number of copies. For instance, this has 20 copies and there is one available. So I could check that book out if I wanted to today. Some books have unlimited checkout. If you see a blue triangle that looks like this with what's called an infinity sign, that means that we can check that out as many times as we want. Here's an example of one called Forms of Energy. I'm going to just click open because I'd like to go ahead and read it now. And the computer will begin opening a program. You have to wait patiently because it's downloading an entire book, but there it is. I can click through page by page. I'm seeing the exact book, so I even get all of the title page information. And as I move forward, it will show me every single page in the book. Very cool feature. I'm going to close my book. And just remind you that all of these titles can be found under ebooks and they have the same searching filters as well. Now, going back to Destiny Discover, I hope that you've learned quite a bit about the program itself. And I have just a few things that I want to share about our specific library. At Pride Elementary, we will be limiting the number of books that you can place on hold to just one. That means that you can choose one book that is currently on the shelf, place it on hold, and we'll make sure that it gets delivered to you. You may also choose one book that is currently checked out. You may place a hold on that book and you'll be put on the wait list. When the book is returned and your name comes up on the list, it will be delivered to you at that time. The reason for this is that all of our books must now be placed into quarantine as they're returned from our patrons. You are allowed to take the books home. You're allowed to keep the books for 1 week. And if you're reading a chapter book that takes a little longer, you can also renew the book one time, and that can be done on Destiny Discover as well. There will be bins in each classroom for you to return your library books. The teachers will take the books to the media center for you, and there we will quarantine the books for 3 days to make sure that they are safe and clean and ready for the next student. With all of these things in mind, I hope that you will give Destiny Discover a try. I can't wait to see all of those reading counts points hit the board soon.